Does anyone else have a hard time understanding how their significant other finds them attractive? My husband is very good looking, and this isn't just my subjective opinion. People compliment his looks whenever I show them a picture. And he even got catcalled by some guys like 3 different times when we're in the city. And I think I'm like a 5, maybe a 6 when I'm really done up. I don't understand how he finds me attractive, cause it seems like he's out of my league. He also has a really nice built body and I'm just skinny fat and wish I had a more shapely ass. Just because you aren't your own type doesn't mean you're not his type. Plus, personality matters a lot more than popular culture makes it seem. It most likely feels that way to you because you see him as more than what you think you deserve. He picks you. And you deserve that good-looking dude. Give yourself some credit and show yourself some grace. You may be a total 10 in his eyes. Sometimes. My husband is very attractive. Random people hit on him while he's working or out with friends. Whenever I feel like I'm ugly or at least not good-looking enough to be with him, I just remind myself that I've apparently been good enough for 16 years. So I've gotta have something going on. I can relate. Just the other day I was told by some newer friends that I definitely married up, and good for me. I've been losing my hair for years now and finally just decided to go full bald. I think I look like an old skinhead. But my wife is super turned on by it. Oh well. My husband and I both feel that way about each other. Which is either a good place to be, or super fucked up, depending on how you look at it. Japan has a saying I'll misquote here. It takes 3 days to get tired of beautiful and 3 days to get used to ugly. The point is you get used to looks. Good or bad. Then you got to deal with the actual person. Sounds like he likes you as a person. I've never understood how my wife finds me physically attractive. I feel yaw. Smart husbands make sure to always wear their rose-colored glasses. Some years ago my wife asked me if I thought she was pretty. What I said was I don't know. When I look at you I just see the person that I love. Yes, I know the feeling. But the good news is that I don't have to understand it. I know she loves me. And that is all I need to know. But maybe that's your real problem. You might not trust him when he says he loves you. Maybe because you are not sure you are worth loving. And maybe you need to understand that your looks is not all that makes you attractive to your husband. I showed my crush, whom I legitimately feel is the most beautiful woman I have ever seen, to my sister. And she was very unimpressed. My friend also saw her. And he had no reaction at all. Like she was someone who was just passing by on the street. You might not see it yourself. But you're very beautiful to him. People have preferences. My husband is also way out of my league. He knows he could have a hotter wife. He's dated hot girls on the past, but he likes me more. Having spent my whole life with very low self-esteem due to my looks, this constantly confuses me, lol. I've straight up been called a liar by guys here on Reddit who refuse to believe that it's possible for a man to not be shallow in his choice for a sexual partner. Which is kind of sad. It goes against their oh-so-scientific claim of how men are slaves to how they're biologically designed, lol. My wife has recently made it abundantly clear that I am no longer attractive to her. Her loss. The local boys love me. Celebrities, male and female, known for their appearance often marry more average-looking people. I wonder if for some who are born with unusually striking beauty that it isn't an accomplishment but luck, and they appreciate character qualities of people. Are they like being in the power position of the household? I'm considered more attractive than my partner, and I get comments like "finally got tired of pretty boys? He's a good friend" type. Or the worst is, "oh, And sometimes he hears it and jokes how he lost the genetic lottery, yet whenever I look at him I see all the things I love about him. A shapely butt, an adorable smile, deeply caring, fierce loyalty, desire to both learn and teach, goofy, and open-minded. I think it's all the things he is that make him sexy, and I won't let him forget it. Going through your profile, it sounds to me that you may be clinically depressed. You're certainly high in trait neuroticism, which is associated with self-doubt and sensitivity to sexual experiences. I would advise that you seek counseling because you really seem to be struggling with anxious rumination. I was joking in my other answer, but I'm dead serious now. Best of luck. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. I'm rooting for you. My GF doesn't believe me when I tell her she's beautiful. Before me she had decades of marriage with a total ass that always saw her a property and just a mother to their kids. She never felt what it's like to be in a relationship that's loving and reciprocating. All I can do is treat her like the blessing she is, and I hope one day she'll believe me that she is beautiful. Maybe one day she'll see her beauty. We should listen more to our mothers. I think most have been told how handsome we are. Don't create issues that aren't there. And fuck society's standards. Have you seen society lately? Personality, compatibility, caring, etc. For men it outweighs the looks as you spend time together. My wife and her whole family are very good looking. I'm average. And it's hilarious to see how differently they're treated when shopping, dining, etc. The funny thing is that none of them care. They don't try to look good. My wife has worn makeup 3 times in the 20 years we've been together. It's just not something they think about. And that, folks, is how I know she finds me attractive. Looks just aren't on the list of things she cares about. My wife was insanely sexy when I met her. Like an 8-9 at least. Sometimes I'm not sure if she finds me attractive actually. Anyway, she's now put on quite a bit of weight, but to me she's still insanely sexy just as much as when I met her. This is because I adore her and her body looks perfect in my eyes. Nah, I mean, I basically have the body of a Greek god. What's not to love? Sure, it's Dionysus, not Apollo. But a god is a god. Right. Tongue out. Someone's outward appearance is not indicative of what they find attractive in other people. I've always been a solid 3. When I dropped a load of weight and got reasonably jacked, maybe hit a 4. How I've ever managed to attract attention from anyone above a 5 is a mathematical improbability. I married a 10. I wasn't rich. I don't have a freakishly large OL fella. She just seems to like me for some reason. No accounting for taste. Definitely. I cannot comprehend why he is attracted to me. I am a very unattractive woman. Always was. Tomboy. Not charming. Not well dressed. Not charismatic. Grumpy. Awkward. Men have barely been interested in me. I never got a kiss until I was 20. My partner is very handsome, with a charming smile and beautiful eyes. He is really charismatic, sweet, and everybody loves him. We have been 10y together. I cannot understand what he saw in me or why he still likes me. But he gets uncomfortable if I bring it up, so I don't talk about it. Honestly, yes, sometimes. I regularly attract 8-9-10s who want serious relationships with me. And not just that, but they typically make a good amount of money, too. The way I see it, it's not only looks that factor into that number, so it must mean I'm equal with them when evaluated as a whole. My girlfriend isn't a liar, and she isn't crazy, so yeah, I believe her. In a Reddit world full of shallow people who base everything on looks, just be happy you met one who doesn't.